courts here have been tested to the limit in albeit completely different circumstances from a media case such as the one involving Brittany. And she had to suffer the indignity of these articles right across the United States over a number of weeks, and at the end of the day the only redress open to her was to sue in the UK and Ireland.
Forbes' take has essentially been that in the United States of America we have got First Amendment protection. So that's why we have so many Americans coming to the UK and Ireland to take legal action, because it's virtually impossible to sue in the US because of their very publisher-friendly libel laws.
So you kind of developed a reputation then as Tweed will fix it. You know, if something was printed that somebody didn't like, you were the go-to guy.
Naturally, there's been a progression where about 80% of our cases now are against online publishers. We find now that, you know, we're dealing more and more with people who have, you know, they've received threats online, they get abusive comments online, you have stalkers online. We are continuing to vigorously pursue Channel 4 in relation to their outrageous defamatory broadcast, which sought to undermine our client's internationally acknowledged safety record spanning 3 decades.
Paul Tweed is a media lawyer and joins us from Belfast now.
A number of our clients remain convinced that they were the victims, and they will remain determined that if at all possible they will use every avenue they can to seek justice. Once the allegation is bolted, all you can really do is attempt damage limitation in the intervening period. I mean, we have a case in the past week in the UK, for instance, where Louis Walsh was totally falsely accused of wrongdoing, and the accuser ultimately admitted that he had made it all up.
I'm very satisfied with this morning's total vindication for me, but I remain very angry at the treatment I received at the hands of The Sun. Everybody should be given more protection against the press, but they should get a really good lawyer. Call Paul Tweed. That's what I would do.
The 6-figure sum in damages paid to Frank Fahey, together with its legal costs, as part of an overall settlement, reflect the gravity of the slurs on his character. Once a headline is published, it now goes round the world so quickly, it's virtually impossible to try to get proper vindication for them, and no amount of money, you know, can compensate Louis for what he's had to go through here.
Nothing.
I, as a practicing media lawyer, need to have a situation where a client comes in to me and tells me I've been given 4 hours notice that a newspaper is going to publish serious allegations about me. They're not true. How can I stop them? We contact the press, as happened in the case of Louis Walsh, for instance, and unfortunately we're invariably faced with a situation of publish and be damned. So there is no quick fix in terms of either the legislation or the litigation. So these practical solutions are the only way forward.